Hello, and welcome back to the Efficient Skillet. My name's Willie, and I hope you're doing extremely well out there today. When my wife Angel and I decided that we were going to use electric skillets to be our primary source of cooking, so we went to Walmart and we bought some skillets, the best they had. They weren't really that good though. One would last maybe 3 months. They were all non-stick. None of them were, they didn't offer us any stainless steel ones. The non-stick stuff would come off after a couple of months. They would wear out, and so every 2 or 3, 4 months we'd have to go buy another electric skillet. Finally I said, hey look, let's get a high quality stainless steel electric skillet. So I did research on eBay and the internet and all that kind of stuff, and I found that an oil core electric skillet was the best that allegedly you could get out there. But they were very expensive. My wife and I, we got a used one off of eBay. I found a used one on eBay. It's a Salad Master. Salad Master is supposed to be the very best, and it has been good. It's a used one. We paid $125, I think, for it, and it's oh, let's see, where is it? Oh yes, there it is. So this is it. Like I said, it's a Salad Master. We've had it for, I don't know, at least 4 years now. It was used when we got it. We've never had a problem with it. It works great. We have another one down there. It's a Kitchen Nutrition, and it works just as good. It's a stainless steel like this. We've never had any problems with either of them, and it was a great purchase. And we haven't had to, ever since we got these, we haven't had to buy another electric skillet. So if you're going to do this, I strongly recommend investing in a high quality stainless steel electric skillet. This one, like I said, is oil core. What that means is you have a stainless steel pan here with a hollow center in the middle and up the sides, and they have an oil in there, a special type of oil, and whenever the pan gets hot, that oil expands and it makes the whole pan up the sides and all across the bottom the exact same temperature. It's called even heat. We got a letter from Crystal Haley asking us about doing a cake. So I got to thinking about it, and what's one of the most delicious cakes that pretty much everybody can agree on. It's beautiful to look at, it tastes delicious, and I decided that we would do a pineapple upside down cake and show you just how easy it is to do one. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is take you some no stick spray and generously spray your skillet. Yeah, that should do it. Okay, very good. The next thing we're going to do is take pineapples, a can of these sliced pineapples, and you're going to place them in this can. Now, if you place them properly, you should be able to get every pineapple in this can into this pan. Am I making up rhymes? We did it. We fit every pineapple that was in this can into this pan. And I will not eat green eggs and ham. Next, we're going to take our cherries, these little fancy little sweet cherries. We're going to put one cherry in between, in the circle of each pineapple. There we go. Okay, now that we have a cherry in each pineapple, I recommend taking just a little bit of this syrup from this fancy cherries. These, what are they called? Maraschino cherries. And just pour some in, this red stuff in there for color. Okay, there we go. We want this to be a pretty pineapple upside down cake. And now the third part of this phase of it is we're going to put a cup of light brown sugar on the over the pineapple and stuff. So let's get that brown sugar out there. 1 full cup of light brown sugar. Now these pineapple upside down cakes, one of the great things about them is they actually taste as good as they look. And the pineapple upside down cake, if it's done right, is pretty to look at. Whenever I was contemplating doing this video, the thought crossed my mind, should the cake be made from scratch or should I do a box cake? And for the purposes of simplicity and showing everybody just how easy this is, I'm going to go with the box cake. Secondly, a cake, whether it's made from scratch or it's a box cake, has absolutely zero nutritional value. So we're going to do the box cake. And this is really easy. I got right here just a basic yellow, classic yellow cake. And what we're gonna do here is, first of all, we're not gonna read the instructions on the back. You throw that away. Dump it into the bowl. Y'all's gonna be amazed how easy this is. Put 3 eggs. Remember, don't follow the instructions of the cake mix on the box. Just throw the box away. And then the last ingredient of this is the juice. Remember that pineapple? You take the juice from that pineapple, throw it in. Now we're gonna mix it all up. Once again, my old friend, the wooden spoon. Okay, so we got it mixed pretty good. Don't worry about lumps. In this electric skillet, it's going to get so moist and perfect in there that the lumps will be irrelevant and they'll just conform to the rest of the cake the way they're supposed to. They'll fall into place as if highly trained military soldier lumps. Okay, so now what we're going to do is with our pineapples and our cherries and brown sugar all in there, we're going to take our yellow cake mix and we're just going to dump it right into there. Okay, so you got your cake mix dumped in there. You're just going to spread it around a little bit. It'll pretty much level itself out, but we're going to assist it a little bit anyway. There we go. All right, that looks good. Okay, so with our cake poured in over the pineapples and cherries and stuff, we're now going to plug in our pan. That's right, hasn't even been heated yet. And we're going to set the temperature for 225 degrees. There we go. Then we're going to put the lid on it. Okay, it's been about 20 minutes. One thing I need to correct an error. When I put the lid on, I was supposed to use this domed lid and not the first lid I used. So anyway, I immediately noticed it after I stopped the camera and put the dome lid on. So here we go. We're going to lift off the lid. It's been about 20 minutes. So let's take the lid off. Everything looks good. Now it's got to pass a test. It's got to pass the toothpick test. That's the first test. Okay, it's got to pass a test, the toothpick test. Let's see what we got here. Comes out clean. So that's good. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're just going to let this cake sit here for a little bit. And we're going to let it, as it cools, it'll naturally start to separate more, and it'll make it easier for when we give it the next test, which is the flip test. Okay, so we've been letting the cake naturally cool for about 15 minutes here. The second and very most and crucial test of this whole thing is going to be the flip test. And before we do that, you want to take your butter knife and just work around the edges here like this, just to ensure a good, hopefully what we hope will be a good flip. This cake, it will be incredibly moist, and because it was cooked in the electric skillet with the lid, then that's what makes it so moist. When you do it in an oven, it's very dry, all the air space in there, and it dries the cake out. That's why in the directions, they always have you put cooking oil in it, and you don't need that with an electric skillet. Okay, so here we go. We're going to do the flip test now. I'm going to take my cake plate. I'm going to put it on there like that, and we're going to give it the old heave-ho. Guess I'll tap it a couple of times just for extra measure. And here we go. And there you go. A perfect pineapple upside down cake. Now, as you can see, this pineapple upside down cake turned out perfect. Again, because it's cooked in an electric skillet with the lid on, it traps all the moisture inside, and it's an unbelievably moist and sweet, rich, delicious cake. Now, when you cut a pineapple upside down cake, the ideal way to do it is to cut in a circle around these two center pineapple slices. And what that does is leaves it to where each pineapple around it, you can cut like that and have a perfect little pineapple slice, and it leaves a little round piece, and you can dissect that however you wish. So we're going to go ahead and cut a piece of this right now. Like we're supposed to. Here we go. And there you go. And there you go. A very moist, very delicious, and very perfect, if I may say, pineapple upside down cake. Oh wow, man. That is a moist, very tasty pineapple upside down cake. If you want to entertain guests and have people coming over, you want to impress somebody with a cake, that's a way to do it right there. And you saw how easy it was. It's just a simple box cake. But it's because of the electric skillet and the lid being on it that makes it so moist and so delicious. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope you like it. Hope you try it. And if you do, subscribe. And you can also email us, efficientskillet@gmail.com.